stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014. There's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Throwing Jones. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. He'll be dropped out. About 6 across the 30 to the 31. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Jones. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. 1st and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets him set at the 41-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And Corral will throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think we can make this one pretty simple. That was a rookie mistake made by the rookie quarterback, trying to force a pass without really using proper mechanics.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. On 3rd down, Corral. Flush to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Waiting on it will be Richie James. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. The Giants had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Jones' throw caught by Tony. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll go to Barkley again, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Jones going to get this out wide to Tony. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point try good by Godot. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. On first down, Corral. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Corral. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Corral with it on first down. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Throwing to start the drive, Jones. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
They'll try the right side here, Barkley. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. This is taken around the 12. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
It's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Corral to Moore there. Good for a Carolina first. It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well. And I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process. And that was step 1. And he's hoping on the road to glory.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Corral.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off play action. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 59 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reassert.
Corral is intercepted again. That's number 3. And the Giants are going to have it here just past the 25. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now Jones on third down. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Jones operating from the gun. Being chased out left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds, because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retained possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. Touchdown! Richie James in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Room here to run. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets him set at their 25-yard line. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That pass complete to Moore. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Julian Love picks it, and he will bring it back. It's a pick. touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now it's the backup Mayfield, and he's got the hook up to Moore. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. To throw, Mayfield. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Marshall. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Mayfield on first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore, 31 yards. And the Panthers get a bit closer. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And he's got room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They run the jet sweep now for Tony. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail by 2 scores in the fourth, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank. Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
He's going to look deep for more. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
The offense on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and a mile. Out of his end zone, Mayfield. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. To return is Roberts. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the fourth, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
From the 31, Jones. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now Jones. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter. The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, and still down 10. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw a football. Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 141 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline. Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That good for 19 and a first down. They keep it with Barkley on first down. Big Derek Brown making the stop. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving. And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Another try for Barkley. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up.
And this time he is in. Saquon Barkley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Mayfield. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. For Marshall, that's complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And again, it's Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Mayfield looks to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Looking for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
So it's a win here for the Giants, and it's thanks in large part to the play of their quarterback, and that's Daniel Jones.
Yeah, he was just on target all afternoon with 3 touchdown passes. They couldn't find a way to stop him, and ultimately, he guided them to victory.
So for the Giants, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.